can you even say hovering, like trapping this girl like underneath him? Were they really there under their own volition? Maybe, but you know, I was talking to Scott Horton about this, and I was like, look, I know libertarians think that it's not a crime, and apparently the current justification is like, well, they wanted to be there and they were getting paid. I'm like, you know, it is actually a crime though to like send a wire transfer to a foreign country and fly women in for the express purpose of having sex. Like that's actually literally sex trafficking, like not joking.
Of their
and especially
age,
regardless of their age.
Yeah.
And you know, in Russia, as you may all learn, or Ukraine, it's not like all these girls are willing in the sense that they want, you know, that like liberal sex worker types always try to pretend. Like sometimes they get kidnapped, sometimes their family or whatever is threatened. Like it's not a willing enterprise. So just putting that out there.
Or they're told they're going to be models.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And they get to come to the US on this special visa, and they're going to be in high fashion. Right. And then next thing you know, I mean, this is known, like this is reported out, the way that modeling agencies were used as pipelines for trafficking girls. And, you know, and these guys were like Epstein and Trump, by the way, deeply enmeshed in these modeling agencies and clearly using that as a path to gain access to girls and women. Yeah. Oh, wait. Wow. This just broke from the UK press. New story on Prince Andrew. Sorry, the former prince known as Andrew. Now police are assessing if Andrew Mountbatten Windsor shared confidential reports from his role as the UK's trade envoy with Jeffrey Epstein. U.S. Department of Justice appears to show Andrew sharing reports in 2020 with Epstein of his official visits to Hong Kong, Vietnam, and Singapore. Wow. Well, and this comes on the heels of Lord Mandelson and it being revealed, and he's under investigation now for providing inside information from inside the UK government directly to Epstein, tradable information that he was providing directly to Epstein in the midst of the 2008 financial crisis. Right. And plotting with him and, you know, to try to see what, you know, how they could loop Jamie Dimon in to put pressure on the government to make sure this like banker bonus limit thing didn't go through. So, yeah, I mean, that would be, it shows you too, like all the questions about how he made his money. Clearly insider trading was some significant component of that. And then you can see with the Bill Gates, you know, email he sent to himself, the way that he would get something over, like not over on someone, but he would gather some sort of compromising information on them. And then if they tried to back away from the financial relationship, it was like, oh, no. Let me just, you know, subtly and not so subtly remind you of the various things I know about you and the way that I can destroy your life, your brand, your marriage, your family, whatever. Let's continue, shall we? By the way, again, to Cash's whole point about how nobody else was found to be implicated, let's put A8, please, up there on the screen. You can see inside of this document, this was a great flag by this journalist. They say, buried in the footnote of the Ghislaine Maxwell's court filing, she...